Hey everyone, Kupo here and welcome back to my Chrono Cross playthrough. Today we are going to make our way back to the other world and see what's happened ever since we got chucked out of there by Dark Sarge. But before I go there, something I very quickly want to do is I want to head back to Guldove or Guldove or whatever. There's a couple of small changes I would like to make. This here is a smithery, or a smith, or a... no, I don't know what they call it. A blacksmith, let's go with that. So, let's see what they can do for us. First thing I want to do is I actually want to disassemble some stuff. Go to our armor here, we're going to get rid of... let's see, we're going to get rid of both of our ivory mails. We don't need those anymore. I'm also going to disassemble the screwy dress. The reason being is that we want that denadorite in the top right hand corner, you can see there. Very important for what we want to do. On top of that, I do want to sell an accessory. Remember that golden tiara we got in the Isle of the Damned for 75,000 gold, whatever? We're going to sell it. Boom, we should have enough money now for the rest of the game. And now with that denadorite, we should be able to forge just one stone equipment. And we're going to forge a stone swallow. Nice and easy. We will get more denadorites later on, don't you worry about that. Now that we have done this, there are some slight changes I would like to make to my equipment. The Iron Swallow will finally be replaced by the Stone Swallow. 7 extra attack there, very, very good. On top of that, I am going to give my boy Lynx a Dragoon's Honor. There we go. So, yeah, all the accessories now are Dragoon related. And then for my girl Harley, we are going to give her the Dreamer's Bandana. Now, if you remember, we got the Dreamer's Bandana in the Miguel fight. We will start off with an element power level increased by 1. So we'll start at 1. Very important, it will mean less action points to use our starting elements in battle. It's so good. It's really good. Cannot understate how amazing the Dreamer's Bandana is. It was called the Dreamer's Scarf in the original game, in case you were wondering. Now that's done, we are finally going to make our way back to Opassa Beach, which we have to do once again by docking near Arni village. Now that we're docking, all we need to do is press, yes, I would like to go to Opassa Beach. And then you'll see that, as Miguel stated in the previous episode, the dimensional gate has once again opened up. And once again, that's the third time I've said that in this sentence, we can use the astral amulet to once again go back to another world. The other world, another world, I keep on switching between the two. Because we are Lynx and not Sarge, there is no cutscene that we need to skip. Good news, everyone. And we can make our way out. Uh-oh. Looks like these boys, though, do not want us anywhere near. These are shadow cats, by the way, in case you are wondering what their official name is. Unfortunately, this boy's about to find out that there is an even scarier feline thing behind him. Haha, get wrecked, scrub. So you can go against the evil looking cats or the really evil looking cats. Yeah, is this kid planning on just staying in our way randomly? Please don't. Please get out our way. Hopefully we can scare the shadow cats off instead of getting into a fight with them. Even though we would easily kick their asses. Luckily, though, the cats decided that peace was an option. Good for them. Okay, so good news is this kid got the shells that he was looking for, and now he's going to give them back to Kiki. You would have remembered in the very first episode, we actually collected some Komodo scales for this kid. Long time ago, I know, but it is what it is. And when this kid is saying, oh, lots of monsters loose, yeah, guess what? The monsters in these areas have changed. And it turns out that Sarge is trying to kill everyone on the island. But we're Sarge. So what's going on? Yeah, not bad. You've wiped out the whole island. So what on earth is happening, and what is Lynx doing in our body that's causing all this kerfuffle? So we need to get some answers, and in order to get answers, I'm going to head to Arni village. Unfortunately, everyone in Arni village has disappeared because they're scared of Sarge and his army. Nevertheless, there is a rainbow shell right here that has been abandoned now that everyone is hiding. So, there we go. Free rainbow shell for you. Nothing we can really do in Arni village, so let's go to Termina and find out what exactly is going on. Not much we can do here in Fossil Valley for the time being. Instead, I'm going to show off 2 new enemies. We have seen the Shadow Cats already in cutscenes before, but this is the first time we can fight them. And in fact, there is another enemy here as well, the Teuton Shaman. 300 HP, red innate, the Shadow Cats, 350 HP, black innate. As you may expect, what we could do is we could start off with Harl getting some 2s in. Yeah, Teuton Shaman will just do some red attacks to the shock of absolutely no one, I'm sure. And yeah, Lunatic is just really powerful at this stage. Similar to Sarge's Luminaire that we got to exploit in Fort Dragonia. Yeah, look at that. So, even though the Shadow Cats are black innate, they still take a lot of damage. Looks like Hypnosis didn't really do anything. There we go. It will not say miss even if it ends up doing no status effects. Just bear that in mind. Yep. Nice and easy. And now we're going to make our way further into Fossil Valley. There is something else we can do right now, but we don't actually have the character to do it with. Just a reminder as well that the fire pillars that the Teuton Shamans give off can burn you. In that case, just use an ointment. Okay, we are going to head to Termina, see exactly what's going on. We could do a lot of faffing around, or I could just tell you what you need to do next. What we need to do is we need to head into the bar here. And this woman will come up to us. We'll recognize who we are straight away. We'll unlock the door for us. So what here? So we need to go in from the left side. So we actually just need to press A again and we can go into this secret room here. And it turns out that indeed Zoa, he of the All Caps from the Acacia Dragoons is here, as is Karsh, aka Budget Sephiroth. And it turns out Karsh entered Fort Dragonia behind us. So what happened after that? Yeah, they would have seen General Viper stabbed in the back. They would have seen Sarge with kids disappear as well. I don't think he's alright. I think he's a bit stabbed in the back, but he still cares about Riddel. And Zoa and Marcy will... Marcy's still saying like all the time. Will help escort the general to safety. I think Marcy says like more times than I say and It has to be said. So, the General is now in the Hermit's hideaway. He is now recovering. Somehow didn't die despite being stabbed in the back. And now 9-year-old Marcy is looking after him. I'm sure nothing can go wrong. And then the poor military from the mainland came in, took control of Termina. Cool. And the Dragoons listened to General Viper in his sleep because, of course they did. And they'll know that this is actually Sarge and Lynx is in Sarge's body. But first things first, rescue Lady Riddel. Which makes sense, even though we did technically take her hostage earlier in Fort Dragonia, but not Fort Dragonia, in Viper Manor. But, you know, there we go. It is what it is. So, we're going to join forces with them. However, one of these two has to stay behind. And Marcy and the gang picked up the rest of the shards of the Dragon Tier, and we will pick up the Tier of Hate. Who do I want to join? Very important decision. There is only one correct answer here. We're going to take Karsh with us. He joined our party. And we are just going to confirm his name. We're not going to change the party, however. There is a reason why we have picked up Karsh, and that will make itself clear later on in the playthrough. Now that we know what we need to do, it's time for us to sneak into Viper Manor and find out exactly what is going on. So, time to leave Termina. There's nothing we can do here. Looks like Norris in this world is also looking for Sarge. This is not the same Norris as you met in Homeworld. I mean, technically it is. But similar to the Homeworld Norris, another world Norris will recognise Sir Lynx straight away. And since that happened, many strange things has happened. And now he's also looking for Sarge. It's a level 2 security message. This man is one of us. And someone by the name of Grobyc has arrived at the manor. Now, this character I am actually going to pronounce as Grobyc. Grobyc. And the reason why I'm going to pronounce it like that is because Grobyc backwards is cyborg. In case you haven't figured it out already. Spoiler alert, I guess, but we're literally about to see Grobyc in 5 seconds. Yeah, so Grobyc is cyborg backwards, so soft C. It just makes sense to me. Pronounce his name however you want. I'm not going to have a go at you for that. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to head to Viper Manor and see what exactly is going on. We know Lady Riddel is being held hostage here. And the poor soldiers will recognise Lynx straight away, because of course they will. And then, because in this world the manor is very much alive and well, we don't have to worry about going through the well, and we can just head straight in. So, looks like Lady Riddel is currently being interrogated. What happened at Fort Dragonia? Where is General Viper? Where is he? That's a very good question. One that we luckily do know the answer to, but his daughter Riddel will not. Do you know what predicament you're in? I think she has an idea, considering she is currently being held hostage. You know. And technically, Norris is correct. The woman has indeed done nothing wrong. But she is technically a prisoner of war, and therefore, this soldier believes there are no rules. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, Norris is still idealistic as ever. And looks like Riddel's going to be dragged to the basement. And Norris has kicked off the interrogation. Which is really bad news bears, which I'm sure you can imagine. Especially considering this Grobyc character is making his way here. Is it something really something you can live with? Oh, yeah, this is I completely missed him. Yeah, this is Grobyc. Killing machine, Grobyc. Look at that hair dude. Hairdo, dude. Grobyc only takes orders from those who are stronger. Is that so? I wonder if that means something. Okay, time for the army to also bring in Gordon Ramsay from Hell's Kitchen, by the sounds of things. Anyway, this can once again be a very confusing place. Don't stand on the carpet. I want to go into this door here. Surprise! Norris is here. Yep, and just like his homeworld equivalent, the Anotherworld Norris will also notice that Sir Lynx is not quite Sir Lynx. Yeah, what's happened? Some body switching shenanigans is what's happened. And hopefully these body switching shenanigans can stop very soon. And yeah, so Surge is Lynx, Lynx is Surge, bad things are happening. So why are we here? Well, General Viper's daughter is here, and we want to rescue Riddel. But it sounds like we need to get past Killing Machine Grobyc and Gordon Ramsay, so... Luckily, we know that Riddel is in the basement prison. We've got a prison key. And there's a sewer system, because every JRPG has a sewer that you need to go through. Okay, so... there is one frightful monster, but honestly, there's multiple. Today's episode will actually have a bit of a boss run going. This is going to be quite a long episode. So prepare yourself. Looks like Orcha in the other world is not in Arni village. Ah, Orcha is Gordon Ramsay. Haha. Well, that's bad news. We should really do something. Okay, so there are multiple ways you can get into the sewer. One way is through here, so we're going to start with this grate. We're going to head down. And then we're going to actually get into an encounter. Looks like we have to take on some Lantern Jaws and a Spearfisher. We'll start off with a 2-2-3 with Lynx. Magma Burst again. Like, the red... The red abilities from the enemies can actually be one of the most terrifying ones. Genuinely. Simply because... like, the burn reduces your defense as long as you're burned, and confused, you just can't use your allies at all until the enemy physically attacks them. And guess what? They tend not to do that. Surprisingly. That may come as a surprise to you, but that is honestly what tends to happen. But yeah, hopefully we can get luminaire to do something. And in fact, it got rid of everyone. Good job. Excelente. Okay, now that that's done, we are going to try and walk across. However, looks like the tide is just too strong and we're going to have to come down here. And we have to stop it somehow. But how are we going to do that? Well, it's actually rather easy. What we want to do is we're going to try our best to avoid some of these encounters. There is a chest here we can pick up for a humor. And then we're going to push this barrel down, and you can see the second barrel actually in the top right corner. We're going to do a bit of Metal Gear Soliding. Push this one down as well. I said push this one down. Oh, push it. Yeah, I know I can push it. Ah, there we go. And then, once I've done that, I want to head back. And those two barrels we just pushed down will create a pathway. Like so. Nice and easy. There is another enemy we would like to avoid. Okay. He's gone off the screen and therefore we can safely go. Okay, with this, we want to tighten it so that we shut the door. So now we won't be going down that stream at quite a fast speed. And it's a lot safer for us to now cross. So I need to once again sneak by everyone. Go around like this. Hopefully avoid that spearfisher. Success. There is a second chest we can pick up here for a denadorite again. Reminder that denadorites make some stone weapons, which are really good. And we'll end up back at the jail. This may look familiar. Now what we want to do is we want to once again head here. But instead of going directly down the grate we just went down, we want to come back to the kitchen instead. There's a second grate here. Oh, no, that is incorrect. I do want to go down there. And this will let us start at a position slightly north of where we were previously. And there is another treasure chest that we want to come after. Okay, we just want to come over here and we're going to pick up a magic seal. Arf, arf. There is also something here, but we can't do anything with this yet. But we're going to acknowledge its existence. So now that we've done this, next thing I want to do now that the water has calmed down is that I want to go down this pathway here and we can head to another section of this screen. Again, we're going to Metal Gear Solid our way past everyone. Just kidding. And then we are actually going to come up to this valve here, which we want to turn so that it creates another pathway. But before we can go down that pathway, we actually need to come up here. Hopefully I can do my best Solid Snake impression, and I want to tighten this wheel that will which will actually close one path and open up another. That is what we are after. Okay, now that that's done, we can actually head. And don't bother going down this path because it will just lead to a dead end. Instead, what I want to do is go all the way up here. And then that path we opened with the second valve, we can now just go straight down. From here, we can hopefully go up round like so. And yeah, we're going to sneak past this guy and we're going to pick up our final treasure for this area, the Nimble. Okay, from here, what I can do, if at this stage you want to grind some battles so you can get a mini level up, now is the time to do it. If you're feeling comfortable like me, we can just go ahead and change this to open. Like so, nice and easy. And we can just climb up this ladder. Just kidding. We actually have a boss. This is the Roachster. 1,245 hit points, 7 action points, and innate blue. So, how are we going to deal with this? First things first, we want to get Sprig to once again get to element power level 5. Stop if you've seen this strategy before. Please don't stop me. And then we're going to doppelgang into White Knight once again. White Knight is actually just really good. Makes the parts of the game where you don't have access to all your characters a lot easier. From here, we want to use links to just swap with a weak attack and then use strengthen on our White Knight. We're then going to get Harl to also bop with a weak attack. I said bop with a weak attack, thank you. And then she is also going to use a turn red. I had to remember which colour Roachster was for a minute there. I'm going to use a turn red on the White Knight. And yeah. First turn, Roachster will use Jitterbug, which is a multi-target blue innate attack. Very annoying, but luckily for us on this occasion, because there were 2 red sections of the field effect screen, it didn't do that much damage. With White Knight, we are going to do a 1 into a 3. Look at that, nearly 600 damage. That's nearly half of the Roachster's HP. Absolutely insane. Then we are going to use links to 1, 2, 2. Second turn, Roachster uses Bug Kamikaze. This is a single target attack that still does quite a bit of damage. We need to be a little bit careful. Okay, and then from here, Harley is nearly deady. Luckily though, White Knight now has access to 6 stamina. Hopefully the 96% hits. Excellent. And down goes Roachster. The Roachster's not that hard. Like, yes, those 2 attacks can hit for a lot. But the upside to that is that Roachster doesn't have that much health. Anyway, for winning, Lynx gets nothing. Sprig gets a strength. Harley gets strength and magic, which is really good. 26 magic's excellent. We do want to use consumables here, but on this occasion not needed. And we get an elbow pad for winning, which we just could not care any less about. Now that that's done, we actually want to climb up this ladder. We have a choice of 3 ladders here. 2 lead to interesting cutscenes. The third one, which we're going to climb, leads to us getting out of here. And it turns out that Fargo, fresh off the SS Invincible, got caught by the poor army and so has been trapped. Bed moved out the way, we can now make our way out of here. When we last saw Fargo in Another World, we were Sarge. And he talked about how much he hated Lynx. So, yeah, he'll be delighted to know that we are actually Sarge. And he thinks we've come to save him, and we haven't. But in the process of saving Riddel, we have also saved Fargo. So, you know, 2 for the price of 1. And now we need Fargo to tell us where General Viper's daughter is. And Fargo will make his exit and free the others for us, which is excellent and exactly what we need him to do. Okay, before you go in here, feel free to save the record of fate. Also make sure you are full health. Let's go. And it turns out that Gordon Ramsay, or Hell Orcher, has eaten some quadfid seeds, and this turns him into... This lures him to the dark side. What is this, Star Wars? Why Orcher? Why not? Ah, they wanted him to steal the dragon tear in Guldove. Remember that. And so instead of Riddel becoming dinner, we're going to save her. And in order to save her, that's right, we're going to have to get through Orcher. So, this guy is planning to put us in his soup. This is Hell's Cook. 2,800 health, 8 action points, red innate. So, what are we going to do? First things first, as always, we're going to use Sprig to get to level 5. Excellent, they all hit. I'm going to doppelgang to White Knight. Even though we do have Lagoonate in its blue innate state, it's better to go with White Knight here simply because we can turn White Knight blue. This battle is going to follow a very familiar pattern. Next up with Lynx. We actually want to do 2 attacks here. The idea being that when it's White Knight's turn again, we want 6 stamina. And we are going to... No, we're not going to use turn blue here. We're going to strengthen the White Knight. Now with Harley, we actually want to get 2 level 1 attacks off because we want to push White Knight's stamina so that after we cast turn blue on it, it will have 6 stamina. So far, so very good. White Knight is now going to get off 2 3s, dealing nearly 700 damage. But we actually need to push more damage than that. Orcher's second turn will be a fireball. So, what next? Well, we actually need Harley to do one other thing. White Knight's not going to be enough to win this, so we need Lynx to be eagle-eyed. And now we're going to push some damage now. Lynx is going to do a 3-3. Hey, 310 damage isn't bad. It's between Lynx and White Knight. It's going to be like 1,000 damage around. Like, it's insane. Orcher's third turn will be a physical attack. I think we're well in control here. Now with Lynx, with his 7 stamina, we're actually going to use all of it. 3-3. Another 300 damage not to be sniffed at, followed by an Ice Blast +2. And now Orcher will be, or Hell's Cook will be in critical, which should mean that one more round of 3s from the White Knight will deal the remaining damage. Nice and easy. You may need to do more attacks with Harley and White Knight. If Harley is low, we heal. Looks like we get some strength and magic with Lynx, some strength and magic with Sprig, and some strength with Harley. That's a good level up. We don't need to heal here. Harley is full health, and she is the only person we care about for now. The poor officers realise Sir Lynx has gone mad. Sprig, no one's going to listen to you, I'm afraid. Orcher needs more discipline. And he offers to help. So we're going to add him to our party, but we're not actually going to put him in our current party. We're just happy to have him. Let's be honest. From here, we will be returned to the beginning of Viper Manor. And we now need to distract the soldiers. So guess what? we are going to distract some soldiers, and Riddel will make her way to the Hermit's hideaway. And she will suggest that we stop by, and we will be stopping by. Well, Norris could join our party. However, this version of Norris will not abandon his country or his men. But luckily, we've already got one Norris, and that's okay. Anyway, with that done, we need to do some distractionating. How are we going to do that? We are literally just going to walk upstairs into the middle of the room and kill some people. Where could we possibly be going? Who knows? Couldn't tell you. So, there is one random encounter here. The poor soldiers. They're very weak. Very, very, very weak. There are two types of them. You've got the poor private and the poor sergeant. With Harley, we actually want to spam 6 weak attacks. Well, we were hoping that with the 6 weak attacks they'd all hit, but that didn't happen. So we might have the poor privates and the poor sergeants doing something. No, just kidding. We're going to defend so that Harley will get a stamina push, and so we can use Lunaritic. The one field effect with the black combined with the fact that the poor soldiers are all white innate leads to good news for us, bad news for them. Yeah. 600 damage each. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Small HP boost. We don't really need to heal. And we're going to get some nice blue abilities, even though we are, even though they were white innate. So, looks like next up is Killing Machine Grobyc. Grobyc is stronger. Well, only one way to find out if that's true or not, and that is to fight him. Similar to Hell's Cook, Grobyc also has 2,800 HP, however has 7 action points, and is black innate. So what are we going to do here? Well, stop me if you've heard this one before. We're going to open up with Sprig, using some weak attacks to get to level 5, and then doppelgang into a White Knight. Again, so far so good. So, Grobyc will start with a physical attack and actually does quite a lot. We are going to try and do a 2 and a 3. Wow, that was a lot. Something worth bearing in mind is that if you have a stone weapon, you'll be doing more damage against machines. Just keep that in your head. And with that, we are going to strengthen the White Knight, if it will let us. There we go. We're going to do a bit of stamina management now. We're going to try and get a bit of poke in with White Knight. Grobyc will use Rocket Fist. The good news is that, because everyone here is black innate, Grobyc will not actually do that much damage to us, but, you still need to be careful. Anyway, here I want to use a single weak attack so that Harley hits level 2, and then, in order to do more damage, we're going to turn White Knight white again. And then from here, we're going to do some 3s. Excellent. Grobyc is going to get some attacks in. And then Lynx is actually going to also use Turn White on himself. Now, this is a slightly risky play. simply because Lynx has quite low health at this point, so we just need to be slightly aware of what we're doing. Harley is now going to use weak attacks until she hits level 5. And then with that level 5, we're going to use Meteorite plus 3. We are now going to have a completely white field. This will decrease Grobic's damage and massively increase ours. So how are we going to use this? We're going to beat the ever-loving crap out of him. Look at that. Much higher damage now. Grobyc will now use Hair Cutter, which is a multi-target black innate attack, which will not do that much damage. Lynx is in a bit spot of bother there, but everything will be okay. We're going to do a 1, 2, 3. Excellent. White Knight now is going to come in with some 3s. Okay, so Grobyc goes after Harley here. If Grobyc goes after Lynx and kills Lynx, take the chance to revive with Harley. That's all I'm going to say. As it is, though, we should be near the end of this fight. We're going to do a 2 and a 3 with Lynx, except we did enough damage there. If your strength isn't as high as mine, feel free to just then 2 and a 3 with Lynx, followed by 3s with the White Knight. And for winning, Lynx gets an insane level up, strength and magic. Sprig just gets strength, sorry. And Harley gets strength and magic as well. We do actually want to heal. Normally we wouldn't, but we have some very low HP totals. And for winning we get the defender, which is okay. So, with that, the poor army retreats. But we are not done with bosses. We are not done. There is one more. As that poor sergeant gets absolutely annihilated. This is Guillot, short for guillotine, obviously. 1001 HP, 9 AP. Machine, so lots of stone weapons is the aim of the day here, with the Stone Swallow doing a lot of damage. Yellow innate, in case you didn't catch that. So, what are we going to do? We're actually going to open up with an Eagle Eye from Harley here onto Lynx. That Dreamer's Bandana coming in very useful. With that, we can do some 3s. Yep, guaranteed crits. And let's see if one glide hook will do it. Not quite. Not quite. We were very close. It is entirely possible that you can one-shot Guillot. It just didn't happen. Okay, so from here, should be easy enough, right? We'll do a 2-2. Guillot will get another turn in. And then back to Lynx. Lynx is going to do a 2-3. There we go. So we don't actually quite have the strength to one-shot Guillot. I've managed to do it at 35 before, but my notes say 37 strength is the guaranteed. But I've seen it happen with 35. I've done it with 35 strength. Okay. It doesn't really matter what we get for winning. We have finally fought all the bosses in today's episode. Just kidding. It wouldn't be a Square Enix JRPG if there wasn't a boss battle followed by another boss battle where the machine revives itself and chases us. That has never been done before, especially on the PS1 era. never happened. No, sir, didn't happen in Final Fantasy VIII, didn't happen in Final Fantasy IX. Never happened. Well, looks like the prophet's here, and he's going to tell us to keep going up. We are going to be trapped. Oh no! What can we do? We're going to run around. What do? We don't have time. Maybe we can. Nope. Turns out we can't do that thing. Exactly the same stats. I'm just going to kill it again. But you can watch me do it anyway. So, I wanted to show off the method we can do if we've got enough strength. Instead, though, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use Eagle Eye on Lynx. So yeah, 3-3 and then Eagle Eye. And then Sprig is actually going to do a 2-2. Back to Lynx. 3-3. And that should do it. If you really have poor strength, you can, instead of doing the 3-3 I did there, you could do a 2-3 into Glide Hook. Yep, again. Another victory. And looks like we are going to have to climb up this ladder again. It's unfortunate that you don't have an opportunity to skip that second boss battle if you know of the ladder. Well, looks like it's making its way up here, but so is Grobyc. Well, looks like they're going to have a 1v1 on the chandelier. On the chandelier. Man, Sia would be jealous. Well, they're still chasing after us, so we're going to do the Chrono trigger thing and jump through the stained glass window. We have escaped. Good news, everyone. Except we have made it to the dragon stable. And it looks like the stable master will recognize Sir Lynx. Take them all on, or hee 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 hee. How about hee 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 hee? Hee 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 hee. Well, bad news is, the poor soldiers have found us. The good news is, we're going to use the dragons to completely run everyone over, except Grobyc, who has managed to stay standing. Congratulations to that man. You oppose the poor military. Grobyc finds that interesting. And as you mentioned previously, he only takes orders from one who is stronger, and we are stronger, so he will take orders from us. Grobyc is really good. Really good. We're not going to be using him for a while, but when we do, man, the man is actually insane. He really is. But we're going to, we're going to take Sprig out the party. Sprig has done what we've needed Grobyc, Sprig has done what we needed her to do, sorry, for now. Karsh is back into our party. First time, actually, Karsh has been in our party. And Grobyc will make himself at home inside the stable. Time to make our escape and head to Hermit's Hideaway. Or will we? I guess you'll just have to find out in the next episode. Before I sign off, something very important. We need to create a brand new save file. This is my test save file from today's episode. We just create a separate save file for the ones we already have. Remember, you've got your safety one here. You've got the one from Termina before we choose which path we're going on. And then we've got the one here before we choose whether to save Kid or not. we are going to come up with another branch and decision that we're going to have to make. We make a save file here. Very important, don't forget that. You do not make a save file here, it becomes a lot more difficult to get all the characters and get those related trophies. That's it from me. Thank you very much for watching. As always, if you haven't already done so, please don't forget to leave a like on the video. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Bye bye!